Hello.
Hey baby, this is Rob. Welcome to the back of the classroom. Go ahead and hit the like button, get your attendance taken for the day, and let's get started. Today we talking about Law 12 from the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And this one is entitled Use Selective Honesty and Generosity to Disarm Your Victim. To me, that reminds me of the saying, you get more flies with honey. As in, you should start off being pleasant, right? People tend to warm up to warm, considerate people. And something you learn growing up is, kindness, generosity, and honesty is one of the most powerful forms of a distraction. It disarms people. It allows people to want to get close to you and allows them to want to work with you. I mean, let's be honest. You can be the most terrible student in a classroom, but yet, if you are nice, helpful, honest, people are still willing to work with you even if you're not the smartest person. You become somebody who's easy to work with regardless of your limitations and what you have or don't have. Look at it from a job's perspective. You don't have to be the fastest worker. You don't have to be the smartest worker. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to do it as fast as everyone else. But if you're a team player, if you're helpful, if you're honest, if your integrity is unmatched, and you have one of those kind spirits and just helpful and just a pleasant person to be around, people are still willing to work with you and do things with you because they know the experience itself is gratifying. So it goes back to what, and the Lord doesn't necessarily focus on that aspect, but I'm, bringing it home to how it could apply to us in real life in today's times, right? There's not too many people who run into con men where you'd have to pay attention to people who are overly generous, right? Because there's some people you need to look out for. People who want to always give you things. I say be wary, right? Life is hard. Life is never as easy as people want you to think it is. Sometimes you gotta remember people put in work just so they can have those 15 minutes of fame. Look at every time somebody drop let's say somebody makes music. For that 3-4 minute song you have, it took them a while to create that. For you to enjoy only 3 to 4 minutes of it. Look at a performance. It took months for them to put that together. All for you to enjoy 15 minutes of it. What do you people who cook food, the food you eat, takes time. Nothing is done in an instant, and things that are done in an instant really isn't that beneficial for you. So, looking at the law and seeing how it applies to your everyday life, work hard for what you want. And when you can, be generous, be kind, be honest. If you can keep those three things in mind as you're engaging with people, interacting with people, you will find that more people are willing to work with you, right? And I've been trying it, not necessarily trying it, but I tend to be that way. At times I have to go another route with it, but initially how I start off, calm, cool, collective, how can I help you? I can and I can't. I tend to be as straightforward as possible while still trying to be as helpful as possible. Look, there's certain things I can't do, but what I can do, I will do. And I want to help you get what you want because then we're both in a good situation. It's not always possible, but at least if you start off that way, you'll find that more people are willing to work with you because more times than not, people are met with a level of frustration and attitude, and people take their personal feelings and project it onto the world where those are your personal feelings. We don't have anything to do with that. But unfortunately, we have to endure your negative disposition in life because you're going through something personally. So if each person took responsibility and accountability for themselves and said, I'm going to be kind, I'm going to be generous, I'm going to be honest, just out the gate. Moving forward, it does wonders to your atmosphere because then people then resonate with you on a level of, well, wow, you're kind, you're generous, you're honest, and they're willing to work with you. They'll do things for you. And even if people try to take advantage of you, understand that has nothing to do with you. That speaks 100% to their character. Nothing to do with you. You shouldn't even feel bad that people would want to take advantage of you, because that only shows you who that person is, and then you can choose to distance yourself from those people. But so many doors open for you just because you chose to be kind, generous, and honest. Honesty is a rare trait these days. Everybody seems to lie about everything. And when I say everybody, that's a gross exaggeration. But you will find that more people will lie to you about things that doesn't need to be lied about. But because from their perspective, they feel like they need to in order to keep the status quo what it is, that's something they have to do. And again, that just speaks to their character, not necessarily yours. Me personally, I don't mind being honest about certain things, especially if I can or can't do something. I want you to know my limitations so you don't push me beyond my limits and I end up causing more harm than good, right? And if I can do something, use me to my full potential. I find it weird that people will say they can do something and then when you put it in front of them, they take it as though you're trying to test me. No, I'm giving you what you said you can do so you can go ahead and do it. If you say you're a great boxer, then go ahead and get in the ring and let's make some money with you being a boxer. But if that's not who you are, don't lie on your resume. Don't say you're something you're not. Be exactly who you are so people don't be misled with the illusion of who you claim to be, and people can interact with you with who you are and with your own capabilities, with your shortcomings, and it's okay because people can work with that. Take that as food for thought. Try just being super honest about everything and see how different the world goes. If you got an issue with being kind and generous, okay, let's just start off with honesty. For the next 24 hours, give it 24 hours. Be super honest about everything. Now, I'm not saying being blatantly rude. There's a difference between being honest and being rude. People will go, I'm just keeping it real, I'm just being honest. No, there's a certain level of tact that you need to have in order to have a communication with somebody. And I guess that's where kindness comes in. But keep in mind, you can articulate and speak to people in a manner in which it is respectful, it is not degrading, and you can just explain things and say things and give people the honesty that they need to hear. Even if it's tough, you still got to give them to them. Look, I'm not gonna give you a pretty lie. I'm gonna give you the ugly truth. But I'm gonna try and be as nice as I can about it without sugarcoating it. I'm gonna just give it to you straight. Hopefully, you can take it and go with it and do better or be better, or at least understand I didn't mean you no harm. And hopefully, the people who are giving you this honesty with this generosity and kindness attached with it isn't trying to do you any harm either. But sometimes you need that shake to get you, woken up, to get you the way you need to be. And if we can get people on that level, I'm telling you, there's really not much we couldn't do as a people, right? Just because people are more kind, people are more generous, people are more honest. You see people in the street, wave and say good morning. You can go down south and people say good morning to each other all the time. For some reason, up north in New York and this northern region, it's like I can't do that. So I just start saying hi to people, especially when you looking at me too long. How you doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is. All right, have a good day, so on and so forth. And it disarms them because it's like, wow, he really told me good morning, or he really said good afternoon. He even took the extra step to tell me to have a good day. And he didn't sound like he was being condescending or being fake about it. He sounded actually genuine. He sounded like he was sincere. Imagine that. And that starts one person day off on the right foot, then the next person, then the next person. And before you know it, everybody's having a better day just because a random act of kindness was given to them. And then they reciprocated it. And then before you know it, it's this bubble effect, and it's spreading, and it's contagious, and everyone's wanting to be kind, and people don't mind being honest about certain things, and then people are being generous. Hey, let me open the door for you. Oh, you're short. Here, I got an extra dollar. Go ahead, you can have that. Enjoy it. Look, don't worry about it. Pay it forward to the next person. Put that idea in people's mind. Pay it forward. Do something for the next person. Don't do it for me. Do it for somebody else. Do it for a complete stranger. Get that energy going and put that energy into the world, and see if your immediate area doesn't change. See if the atmosphere in your neighborhood doesn't change. And people are just doing nice, kind, generous things for one another. You'll be surprised. You say good morning to a random stranger today. A random stranger might say good morning to you tomorrow, and you'll be like, oh, this is catching on. Okay. And you just keep repeating the process. Keep repeating the process. And before you know it, you can make an effective change in your neighborhood, around your people, around your friends, around your coworkers, around your classmates, and just overall positive energy. That's what we need. And sometimes you have to disarm people from their standoffish ways, just because life is too hard to be stressed out all day 24/7. You can't just be on guard tense for so long. Let's bring it down. Let's relax. Let's calm down. Let's have a good time. Let's smile. Let's enjoy what we can about the day, because life on its own is already hard, right? So if you made it this far on the podcast, thank you. Hit the like button. Check out Rel's Locker, and I'll see you later. Peace.